Alright guys, for your hip flexion mobility progression, we're going to do just a few movements with the bands here, do a little banded distraction. You want to spend about 2 to 3 minutes utilizing this stretch. The movements that you're going to be doing, first you want to pull out till you feel a good lateral distraction force. From here I just want you to do flexion extension. You're just going to rock back and forth, looking for areas that are tight or restricted, and you can do some mini oscillations in that range of motion. So after a minute or two of that, you'll do some lateral shifts where you're just going to take your whole body out, back and forth. Again, just feeling some good lateral distraction of your hip. So spend a little time with that one. Then you'll bring your foot forward. And from here, you're going to try to get down as close as you can to the ground. You want your knee as close to a 90-degree angle as you can. Come down on your elbows. This is a really good posterior hip capsule. You'll hit the hip rotators. Really good stretch. Spend 30 seconds to a minute or two mobilizing the posterior hip. That's your banded distraction, hip flexion mobilization. Okay guys, here's another hip flexion mobilization. It's a variant of Dr. Andrew Espina's work, working on hip flexion. All you're going to do is lay on your back. From here, you'll pull your hip into flexion. Pull it as high as you can. From here, you're going to let go. Try to hold your hip in this flexed position. Try to flex it even more than that. Really squeezing. Then you can relax. Pull into hip flexion. Let go. Hold it. Try to take it even further actively. You'll do about 5 reps of that, trying to get further and further into hip flexion. It's another great active hip flexion mobilization. Alright guys, we've gone all the way through the hip mobilization for a hip flexion restriction. Now we want to hit the save button. And to do that, we want to utilize an exercise that incorporates that new range of motion and helps strengthen up the hip in that new range of motion. A great one for this is the goblet squat.